you're 55, 65, or even 75, these exercises meet you where you are. All you need is a few minutes, a bit of space, and the willingness to start. We'll show you how to do each exercise safely, adapt them to your current ability, and progress at your own pace. If you're ready to feel stronger, more stable, and in control of your body again, stay with me. These 3 simple exercises could completely change how you move and age. No gym, no equipment, just your commitment. Let's begin the journey to lifelong strength, starting right here, right now. Exercise 1. Wall incline push-up. The upper body often gives us early signals that our strength is changing. You might notice it when you're trying to lift a grocery bag, reach overhead, or push open a heavy door. Maybe your shoulders feel tighter than they used to, or your posture has started to slouch without you even realizing. These are small signs, but they add up, and over time, they can lead to loss of function and confidence. But there's one highly effective way to reclaim that lost upper body strength in a gentle and approachable way: the wall incline push-up. This variation of the traditional push-up is safe, joint-friendly, and ideal for anyone over 50 who wants to rebuild their strength without the strain of floor-based exercises. Unlike standard push-ups, which can be intimidating or painful on the wrists and shoulders, wall push-ups allow you to work with gravity, not against it. And more importantly, they can be modified to match your exact level of strength and mobility. To begin, stand facing a sturdy wall. Position your hands flat against the surface at chest height, just a little wider than your shoulders. Your fingers should be spread comfortably, and your palms should press into the wall evenly. Now take a step or two back, just far enough that when you lean forward, your body forms a straight diagonal line from your head to your heels. This setup mimics a plank position, but in an upright and accessible format. Before initiating the movement, gently engage your core. Imagine lightly drawing your belly button inward toward your spine. You're not holding your breath, you're stabilizing your midsection so that your spine remains in its natural alignment. Now, inhale through your nose as you slowly bend your elbows and begin leaning your chest toward the wall. Pause for a moment when your face comes within a few inches of the surface. Then exhale as you press through your hands and return to the starting position. There's no rush. Each repetition should be slow, controlled, and thoughtful. Focus on keeping your elbows at a 45-degree angle from your torso. This protects your shoulders and ensures the work goes into your chest and triceps where it belongs. Maintain your plank-like posture throughout, avoiding the common mistake of sagging the hips or jutting the head forward. Think of yourself as one strong, connected unit. In the beginning, you might aim for just 6 to 8 repetitions. That's more than enough. Rest for about 30 to 60 seconds, then perform a second set. As you build confidence and control, increase to 10, 12, even 15 reps per set. The key isn't how many you can do, it's how well you move and how intentionally you train. There are also variations for added comfort and support. If your wrists are sensitive, you can place a folded towel between your palms and the wall. If you experience any discomfort in your shoulders, reduce the depth of the push-up or narrow your hand position slightly. Always listen to your body. There's no such thing as doing it wrong when your movement is mindful, safe, and tailored to your needs. One of the most powerful benefits of the wall push-up is how it improves your posture. As we age, it's common to develop a hunched upper back, forward head posture, and tight chest muscles from years of sitting or sedentary habits. This doesn't just look unhealthy, it restricts breathing, increases tension in the neck, and weakens the muscles that support our balance. Wall push-ups naturally counteract these postural issues by strengthening the muscles of the upper back and shoulders while stretching and opening the chest. The result is a more upright, open, and confident posture. Wall push-ups also support better breathing. The extension of the upper body and engagement of the core helps you draw fuller breaths. This increase in oxygen intake supports clearer thinking, better energy, and a calmer nervous system, especially when paired with slow, rhythmic exhalations. You'll notice the difference not just during workouts, but in everyday life. Suddenly, pushing a heavy door, lifting a suitcase, or even catching yourself from a slip becomes easier and less intimidating. That's because the strength you build here transfers directly to real-world tasks. With just a few minutes of practice, 2 to 3 times per week, you'll begin to feel more stable through your chest and arms, more upright in your posture, and more in tune with how your body moves. That's what functional fitness is all about, building the strength that shows up when it matters most. So give the wall push-up a try. Start gently. Stay consistent. And remember, this is not just about arms and shoulders. This is about reclaiming the strength that lets you live fully, stand tall, and move through life with power and purpose. Exercise 2. Chair squat. There's a moment many people don't notice until it changes everything. It's the moment when standing up from a chair suddenly requires a push with the arms or a grunt of effort. Maybe it's getting out of the car and needing to shift awkwardly to one side. Or perhaps it's the quiet hesitation before sitting down, hoping your knees will support you on the way back up. These little changes in how we move often go ignored, chalked up to age. But they are early warning signs that lower body strength and mobility are slipping away. The good news is this: you can reclaim both, and it starts with one of the simplest, most important movements of all, the chair squat. The chair squat isn't just an exercise. It's a foundational life skill. It trains your ability to sit and stand without assistance, which directly impacts everything from using the bathroom independently to climbing stairs and even preventing falls. It targets the quadriceps at the front of your thighs, the glutes in your hips and backside, the hamstrings behind your legs, and your core. These muscles work together to help you stay upright, stable, and in control. To begin, place a sturdy, non-rolling chair behind you. Stand tall with your feet about shoulder width apart, toes pointing slightly outward. Your heels should be about 1 full step away from the chair. This gives you enough room to move freely while ensuring the chair is close enough to catch you if needed. Keep your chest lifted, your shoulders back and relaxed, and your eyes facing forward. Now slowly begin the movement by shifting your hips backward, as if you're about to sit into the chair. This is the key to a safe and effective squat. Your hips initiate the motion, not your knees. Lower your body down with control until your glutes gently touch the chair. Pause for just a moment and then press through your heels to return to a standing position. Throughout the motion, your knees should track in line with your toes, never caving inward or pushing far beyond the toes. Inhale as you lower into the squat. Exhale as you stand. This rhythmic breathing supports your core, oxygenates your muscles, and keeps you grounded in the movement. You'll find that syncing breath with movement not only improves your form, but creates a calm, focused mindset during your workout. For those new to exercise or recovering from injury, start with a higher surface, such as a bed or tall bench. This reduces the depth of the squat and makes it more approachable. You can also place a pillow on the seat of the chair for added height, or use the chair's arms or a nearby countertop for light support until balance improves. A good place to start is with 2 to 3 sets of 8 to 10 repetitions. Rest for 60 to 90 seconds between sets. Focus on slow, smooth motion and controlled breathing. As your endurance builds, increase the number of repetitions or sets, but always prioritize quality over quantity. A few mindful squats are worth far more than many rushed ones. Now let's talk about what this exercise actually changes in daily life. Every time you squat, you are teaching your body to manage transitions, getting out of bed, rising from a toilet, picking up something you dropped, or stepping into a vehicle. These aren't fitness goals, they're life essentials. By practicing the chair squat regularly, you reduce your risk of falling, improve your walking pattern, and rebuild your trust in your own legs. There's also a deeper benefit. Many people don't realize that when their legs become weak, they unconsciously avoid movement. That avoidance builds fear. Over time, this can shrink your world, avoiding stairs, skipping social events, or hesitating before standing. But when you squat, you face that fear directly. Each rep reminds your brain, I can move, I can get up, I can handle this. That confidence is worth more than any muscle definition. And if you're worried about joint pain, know this. Chair squats, when done with proper form and pacing, actually strengthen the tissues around the knees and hips. They improve circulation, joint alignment, and tendon health. If discomfort arises, reduce your depth or slow down your movement. But don't stop altogether. Movement is medicine. Over time, the transformation becomes visible, not just in stronger legs, but in posture, balance, and how you carry yourself through the world. You'll notice yourself getting up faster, moving with less hesitation, and feeling more planted in your body. You may even start to enjoy the movement, feeling how your muscles support you, how your breath flows, and how your confidence builds. So don't underestimate the power of this movement. The chair squat may be simple, but it holds the key to independence. It reminds you of your strength every time you stand tall. And that, more than anything, is what defines aging well, not the absence of struggle, but the return of ability. Exercise 3, Forearm Plank. Now we move to the center of everything, your core. When people hear the word core, they often think of six-pack abs or crunches on the floor. But in reality, your core is a far more complex and essential system. It includes your deep abdominal muscles, lower back, obliques on the sides of your torso, your hips, and even your diaphragm. These muscles don't just help you twist or bend, they are the foundation of your posture, stability, and balance. And few exercises activate and coordinate all of these muscles as effectively as the forearm plank. With age, core strength tends to decline, especially if our daily routines no longer demand it. Sitting for long hours, reduced activity, or avoiding movements that challenge our balance can cause these muscles to weaken quietly. This gradual loss doesn't just affect how strong you feel, it affects how stable you are. Weak core muscles contribute to back pain, rounded posture, slower walking, and poor balance. In fact, one of the most common causes of falls in older adults is not weak legs. It's a lack of core stability. That's why the plank is such a valuable tool. It's simple, efficient, and requires no equipment. And best of all, it can be modified for any fitness level. When performed correctly, the plank teaches your body to resist unwanted movement. It trains your muscles to support your spine in a neutral, upright position, something we all rely on dozens of times each day without even realizing it. To begin the forearm plank, find a soft surface such as an exercise mat, carpet, or padded floor. Place your forearms on the ground, elbows directly under your shoulders. Your hands can either be flat or clasped together, whichever feels more natural. Extend your legs straight back so that your toes are on the floor and your body forms one straight line from the crown of your head to your heels. This position should resemble a perfectly flat board. Engage your abdominal muscles by gently drawing your belly button in toward your spine. Avoid letting your hips dip toward the floor or raise too high. Both of these misalignments can reduce the effectiveness of the exercise and place stress on your lower back or shoulders. If getting down to the floor isn't possible for you right now, don't worry. You can start with a wall plank. Stand facing a wall, place your forearms against it at shoulder height, and walk your feet back until your body is at a slight angle. Engage your core and hold. This version uses less body weight, but still activates the same muscle groups. Another excellent variation is the countertop plank, where you place your forearms on a sturdy surface like a kitchen counter or desk. And if you can get to the floor but need less resistance, try a knee-supported plank. Keep your knees on the ground while keeping your back flat and core tight. Start with 3 sets of 10 to 20 seconds each. Rest between sets for 30 to 60 seconds. As you build strength and confidence, work your way up to longer holds, 30, 45, even 60 seconds per set. But remember, the goal isn't to hold the position for as long as possible. The goal is to hold it correctly and consistently. So what does this movement actually improve? More than you might expect. The forearm plank directly improves posture by strengthening the muscles that keep your spine upright. It relieves tension in the lower back by improving spinal support. It enhances your ability to lift, carry, and balance. Everyday actions like reaching, turning, getting out of bed, or standing still for extended periods become easier and more stable. Just as importantly, the plank has a neurological benefit. Each time you engage your core in this hold, you're reactivating dormant connections between your brain and your body. You're rebuilding patterns of control, coordination, and stability. Over time, this leads to more fluid, confident movement, not just during exercise, but throughout the day. You may not feel like you're doing much while holding a plank, but internally, your body is working in unison. Muscles, breath, and brain are aligned in quiet strength, and that's the real secret of the plank. It builds not just visible power, but the kind of invisible strength that holds you up in the grocery line, keeps you steady on uneven pavement, and helps you turn with confidence rather than hesitation. Give this exercise your full attention. Practice regularly, listen to your body, and focus on quality over duration. Whether you hold for 20 seconds or a full minute, the benefits come from showing up, tuning in, and committing to your long-term strength. Your core is your center. Keep it strong, and everything else moves with greater ease. You've just completed the foundation, 3 movements that target your entire body, 3 movements you can do at home, and 3 movements that, when practiced consistently, will change the way you age. The wall push-up improves your upper body strength and posture. The chair squat builds powerful legs and restores independence. The forearm plank reawakens your core, the central pillar of balance, control, and stability. But more than the muscles, what you're really rebuilding is trust in your body. Trust that it's capable. Trust that progress is possible. Trust that even after 50, 60, or 70, you're not stuck. You don't need perfection. You need consistency. Just 15 minutes a day, 3 to 4 times a week, is enough to reclaim strength, reduce pain, improve energy, and restore confidence. These movements aren't trendy. They're timeless, because they train your body the way it was built to move. If this video gave you clarity or hope, I'd love for you to take the next step. Click the subscribe button and become part of a growing community of people who are choosing strength over surrender. We publish simple, science-based routines designed specifically for older adults who want to stay active and independent for years to come. And I'd love to hear from you. Which of these exercises did you try? Where did you feel the most difference? Leave a comment with your first name and where you're watching from. It's one of my favorite ways to connect with viewers just like you. And if you made it this far, type the word reclaim in the comments, because that's what we're doing here, reclaiming our strength, reclaiming our movement, and most of all, reclaiming our future. Keep showing up, keep moving forward, and as always, may God bless you, my friend.